Okay, so we're back. We just watched P4 to P6 T1 material. Those were like three exercises. It took us approximately 16 minutes, right, to watch all these through. Before I give you the correct answers, I want to start from P4 notes that I took. This is like basically this is part four. So this is how it looks. I didn't write much, but okay, it says swimming pool, flew to the edge. Hello, thirsty, hop an arm and went. Ah, yeah, the parrot. The parrot. I didn't even know what I wrote. Parrot, yeah. The parrot came, flew to the edge of a pool, landed on a hand. He said hello, maybe thirsty, hop an arm and went home. Research. Popcorn from university. Professor Anna Gray. Mischievous, escaped 4 times. 200 words, counted 10. Owner saw him sing, picked up new skill, language coaching, opera singing. Basically, yeah, now I understand what happened here. What happened here is that the parrot that was in this university, that was Mrs. Anna Gray was taking care of this parrot, and Professor Anna Gray. It was a special kind of parrot because in the university they realized that he develops skills really fast. The parrot understands, he or she, the parrot understands over 200 words. It can count to 10. It already escaped 4 times, right? So it's mischievous. And then when they took the parrot back, they realized that the parrot can sing because the guy who took the parrot home is an opera singer. So they asked the guy, come on, why don't you teach? Why don't you tutor our parrot to sing opera, right? That's hilarious. That's really cool. Let's see what are the correct answers here. So now P4. It jumped onto him. It was A, option A, jumped onto him. Second question, answer is was part of a research project. Option B. Now, next question, third question is studying animal language. Yeah. Question 4, studying animal language. Sorry, that's question 3, option C. Question 4, stayed at Henry Lang's house for a couple of days. That was option B. And question 5, now teaches a parrot opera singing. That's D. Yeah, that was the option D here. Okay, so as you can see, like taking notes helped me a lot. Even though I took some totally unnecessary things like 200, he can speak 200 words, escaped many times, part of a research project. I didn't write this, right? But I understand he was part of the university and Professor Anna Gray, so it's kind of logical. You can connect these two, right? And the name was Popcorn. I wrote Popcorn. I thought this is the most important thing, right? But as you can see, the most important thing are not like small details because nobody is going to, test your memory or like if you have attention for small details. No, they want to just see if you understand what happened there, generally speaking. And that's how the questions are formed. So that was really nice to know. In the part 5, this is how I took notes here, as you're going to see. These are my notes. So this is what I wrote. November, snow, geese on sports field. Yeah, this is really hilarious, right? So I didn't look at these people. Their body language was not really important. They were colleagues. So to me, I saw that their relationship was nice. I didn't see any reason why I would think that they're having an argument or something. So they had problems with geese. They were on sports fields. I remember greasing on school grass. They thought that maybe it's a good thing that they are on the school grass because they're eating grass and it's less money to pay for the people who take care of these kind of things, but it's not helping. It creates muddy field. Then carpet cleaning, no budget. Yeah, they said maybe we can hire carpet cleaners, but it's not going to happen because that means that they would have to come every day, and they don't have budget for this. Hunt snow geese. They cannot hunt geese because they can only do it outside of the city in the north. The guy mentioned the food tastes bad. Program dogs chase geese. Yeah. They made a hazing program. Dogs chase geese. There are professionals who do this, but how can you? They're so busy during this time, so you cannot really catch them. You need them now, so they realize they can call parents to form like a canine patrol, draft memo, students parents. So they ask dogs. Dogs are going to chase and run for the geese, so geese are going to fly away. This is how they plan to deal with the problem. Question 1, answer option A, birds are ruining school property. Now question 2 was difficult. I didn't guess it right. So it says B option, he has a brother or sister. At the beginning, apparently the younger guy in the middle mentions that he has a brother or sister. Now I didn't catch it. None of my students did as well. So this shows that some of the things you think are important are not, and some of the things, so you need to pay a close attention. Take a look at the video a little bit and listen. I lost the focus at this point. Yeah, I didn't think that this is important. I was so involved into geese, and it was so much fun to me that I totally forgot the fact that, I missed the important part. Question 3, option A, it lacks sufficient operating funds. That's understandable. Question 4, shooting wildlife is prohibited by local bylaws. That's C option. That's understandable. Yeah, that's why they cannot, bring hunters. They cannot kill all these geese because they are protected. Question 5, it serves as food in some region. That's C. The guy mentioned how it's like bad taste. It's not such a good taste. They thought it was going to taste like a duck, but it's not. It's like, meh. Question 6, they take too long to arrive. That's like the hazing program or something like that. Yeah, that's why they needed to take parents and their dogs, to ask students' parents and to bring their dogs, because the hazing patrol or program just doesn't come. Too long to arrive. Question 7, they are not aware of the program. That's option D. They are not aware of the program. I don't know what this refers to. And question 8, ask the parents to help out. Yeah. So still, taking notes helped me to understand what was happening in the best way possible. Just this part where the person has brother or sister, I just didn't catch it. I missed it totally. But it's okay. Part 6, and let me show you part 6. This is how it looks. So, this is how much I wrote. So, fish farming, environmental impact, fish farms, 10,000 salmon, international markets, James Olsen since 60s, being criticized, practice banned, restriction, Earth First, this is the name of the group, harmful to fish, waste, toxic algae, bloom, fish escape and fight native salmon, North Atlantic salmon, breeding with wild salmons, spreading diseases, government regulations, stricter controls. Olsen thinks it protects. There's no need to hunt, prevent overfishing. He thinks he prevents overfishing. Large nets kill. What did I write? Species. Not native, but maritime species. I don't know. I'm not sure what I wrote. Yeah, but I was taking notes. That's good. Food aware. That's another group. Human health, antibiotics, bacteria, and humans. Long-term effects on people. Unknown, no data. It's bad. Scare tactics need increasing. And from this, I have picture of what was going on. Now this is pretty hard. This one is the hardest. Now I don't expect you to make, usually students make like 5 or 6 mistakes. I made some for sure. I wasn't sure about 4th, but let's take a look at the answers. Question 1, has received a lot of opposition. Makes sense. It's option D. Question 2, lead to the growth of toxic organisms in the sea. That's option A. I wrote this in my notes. Harmful, a toxic algae bloom, right? Just in the reading part, in the tasks 3 and 4, which are the hardest, you can see that the questions are not using the same words which are used in the text. They are talking about lead the growth of toxic organisms in the sea, and I wrote something like, toxic algae bloom. That's the thing. That's the same. That's the organism, toxic organism. Question 3, competition between farmed and native species. Yeah, I wrote about this, like North Atlantic salmon and this regular salmon from a farm fish. They mate and create problems. Question 4, positively impacts birds and dolphin populations. I wrote this somewhere. Kill some species, yeah. Positively impacts bird populations. Now, I wasn't sure about how. I wasn't sure where the dolphins or bird populations were mentioned, but I missed that. It was so quickly, so I couldn't understand from the context what they were referring to. Question 5, option B, contain organisms that can be harmful to humans. Question 6, marketing maneuvers to dissuade consumption of farmed fish. This was option C. All right, so that's it for this part. But before we leave, I give you all these answers, and you will find these T1 listening answers for all these 6 tasks in the folder that is included for this class. But I would like to, before I leave, I would like to give you and remind myself together with you of the most important tips here. So the Celpip listening section may also contain some unscored questions used for test development. These can be found anywhere within the listening section and will look the same as the scored questions. You will not be able to identify these questions, but it is good to be aware that they are in the test. However, treat every question with the same amount of care and attention. How can you improve my listening, Celpip listening? These are frequently asked questions that my students give me. So for any given test, the best way to prepare is to buy test preparation materials, right? But then again, you don't have to. You will be provided with some, if you are not able to pay for them, just try to Google some of them. This is true for Celpip days. Nowadays, you could buy Celpip related preparation material, both online and offline. For listening, there are a lot of sites that offer tips and sample tests. You are lucky because you can get some of them for free. But besides these obvious suggestions, there are other things you could do to increase your chances of scoring well on listening tests. So here are some tips before the test. Practice using a computer. Obviously, you can apply this to other tests of the Celpip. All parts of the Celpip test including listening, are computer delivered. So this means you will have to be comfortable with using a computer. Take a sample test. Would you like to know how much you need to improve? The first step is to try the sample test. The main Celpip site has a sample test that you could take free of charge. This will help you see your listening strengths and weaknesses, and also you get to see what the test might look like on the test day, right? Why not check that? Read, not the printed material, but watch a movie, video, or television show. Now, if you could switch on subtitles, do so. No, there are not subtitles in the listening test, of course, but to do this over time, you will get used to hearing spoken words. Think of this as a training for your ears in a fun way. You get to watch something you like and practice your ability to listen, and there is the added benefit for practicing there's added benefit of practicing your reading speed as well, like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So when this becomes too easy, practice without subtitles. I like documentaries. So I personally would suggest documentaries because they speak in a slow tempo, but they have like a complex words. They're using some specific kind of topic-related vocabulary. Practice note-taking. Practice note-taking, all right? This will come in handy later on. Take notes when you listen or watch anything in English. This will improve your ability to select important information from what you heard. A good place to start would be to ask yourself some general questions after watching or listening to something. For instance, if you like watching the news, write down the subject of a report, then maybe you could include where the report happened. Talk to people. Engaging in a conversation is another fun way to develop active listening skills. In a conversation, you could either listen to other person or make notes. This may even improve your speaking skills at the same time. Train with a timer. You're preparing for a task, and like all tasks, the Celpip listening test is time pressured. You need to get comfortable with answering questions with a time limit and expose yourself to social situations. A lot of you are hanging around with their people who are from your own country or who speak your native language, so you don't get, so much time to speak English. For most students, tasks like asking for directions, shopping not online, and asking for an opinion are activities that do not feel like practice. Yet activities like these are. The more they are done, the more trained your listening is likely to be. This covers it for today's lesson. I hope I helped you with explaining tips, tricks, and strategies for a listening part. So this is it for today. Thank you so much for your patience and attention. Next class, in our 9th class, we are going to cover frequently asked questions. This is a Q&A time. I collected my students' questions, the most frequent questions, which I will be sharing with you. And we are going to remind ourselves again about speaking, reading, listening, and writing parts, tests. Take care. See you in the next class. Bye-bye.